Good afternoon. Welcome to the Anna Maria College Commencement. My name is Andrew Klein. I'm the Vice President for Student Affairs, and it is my pleasure and truly an honor to serve as the Master of Ceremonies today. Please be aware that you are certainly welcome to take pictures of today's ceremony, but we ask you to remain at your seat, and please do not come down the aisles to take photographs during the ceremony. There is information on our website about ordering the professional photographs that will be taken of each graduate this afternoon. In keeping with Massachusetts guidelines for commencement ceremonies, we ask that guests stay in their seating area and keep masks on for the duration of the ceremony. Masks may be removed for pictures of individual graduates or graduates with their immediate family only. Thank you for your cooperation with these guidelines. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession and remain standing until after the national anthem and invocation.
I declare the opening of the 72nd commencement exercises at Anna Maria College.
Welcome to our commencement ceremony on our beautiful campus lawn. We ask that you remain standing for the national anthem and the invocation. Today, the national anthem will be performed by Juliet Maglita. Juliet will be receiving her Bachelor of Music in Music Education. Our invocation will then be offered by our college chaplain, Father David Cotter.
Loving and gracious God, source of all life and wisdom, you who guide us back to yourself throughout the course of our lives. Hear our prayers for those who will receive their degrees today from this college, founded and fostered by the Sisters of St. Anne, daughters of Blessed Esther Blondin, Mère Marianne, who from the great trials and adversity she faced in her own life, forged a holiness all the Church has come to recognize. Here, whatever their course of study, these students have learned that your truth is beyond all our minds can attain, and that we must approach our lives with curiosity, imagination, and patience. Keep them curious. Help them to imagine the world not only as it is, but as it might be. Give them the patient strength they will need to persevere in the building of the next stage of their lives. Father in heaven, these, your children, go out into the world at a time marked by greater uncertainty than our societies have known in quite some time. They may well feel a certain wariness about what will come next for them and our world. Give them the comfort and consolation of your abiding presence and the sure conviction that from adversity can come strength we did not know we had. So, loving God, hear our prayer for these, your children. Send your Spirit to be with them, to enliven their curious minds, enrich their imaginations, and, by cooperating with your grace, help to build this world into your image. We make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen.
Please be seated. I am pleased to introduce to you the 11th President of Anna Maria College, Mary Lou Rattel, who will address the graduates and guests.
Well, thank you for that welcome, and good afternoon, and welcome in person to the 72nd Anna Maria College Commencement Exercises, and congratulations, graduates. What a great way to celebrate your success with an in-person ceremony and an on-campus celebration. Did we ever think we'd come to this point? I welcome the Sisters of St. Anne, the Most Reverend Robert McManus, Bishop of Worcester, the Anna Maria College Board of Trustees, led by our chair, John Spillane, our honorary degree recipients, the faculty and staff of Anna Maria College, special guests, family and friends of our graduates, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2021. Now, I've been listening and reading with interest the commencement addresses from my presidential colleagues at other institutions. And as it relates to this past year, they have reflected on how they've been inspired by their students' resilience, the way challenges were faced, and how obstacles were overcome. While I share the same pride, enormously so, I want you to understand, as soon-to-be proud alumni, that Anna Maria's measured and carefully considered responses to this global issue are how we always respond to difficult and changing times. We have a storied past of successes over the years from students, faculty, staff, and alumni who, because of the mission and education embraced and received at Anna Maria, are able to identify, adapt, and respond to ever-changing societal shifts, whether they be health, economic, or environmental changes. And to bring this home to you, graduates, just look at what you have accomplished in the face of the unknown, this global pandemic. You figured it out with your faculty and fellow students, and as a result, you sit here today celebrating your degree success in person and with family and friends. The pandemic has placed an important spotlight on what it means to serve the community and what it means to have Anna Maria a part of the solution. Serving the community is the reason the Sisters of St. Anne founded the college 75 years ago. And for decades, we have embraced and upheld three important beliefs upon which our mission was built. And the college over the years has honored those individuals who represent these beliefs in their lives. 1, to enlighten the intellect through truth. We embed the principles of ethical leadership in our curriculum that are in evidence by former Boston Police Commissioner and alumnus Bill Evans, whom we will celebrate tomorrow for his extensive career serving the public good by presenting him with an honorary degree in public administration. 2, to strengthen the will through good, educating the next generation of community-oriented public service professionals like Jarek Krasowska, who will receive an honorary degree in communication for using his personal experiences from childhood to create educational opportunities that benefit underprivileged children. And 3, to elevate the heart through love, fostering our compassionate students to make a difference in their worlds. Trustee Sister Rita DeRoy, honorary degree recipient in business administration, has spent her life dedicated to the service of others as a Sister of St. Anne, as a financial advisor of the province, as an educator, and for her many years of service as a trustee to Anna Maria College. In 75 years, Anna Maria's mission has never wavered based on these principles. The world beyond this campus needs you. Why? The answer is simple. You are part of something greater. You are part of Anna Maria College and all of whom we serve. While I recognize the past 3 semesters were unlike any seen before, you had in your minds and hearts the mission that has defined you, that made you better individuals, that benefited your families and friends, and that will continue to serve the communities that you live in. Those things that challenge us, make us stronger, and ultimately, they define us. They make us a part of the mission of Anna Maria. This was a selfless time for so many, and I personally witnessed it here at the college. You came to understand what it meant to reach out to assure those fearful of the unknown, to engage in conversation, to show compassion and love toward those in need. Others had to be considered, even as we each faced our own dilemmas and difficulties, because that is the Anna Maria way, our calling, what we represent and commit to as we go forth and serve our fellow man. You have heard it time and time again in the course of your years as a student at Anna Maria. You witnessed it through your faculty and those who coached you, and for the friends you made that helped you evolve into the individuals you are now and will show to the world now that you leave us. I believe that we repay the good fortune in our lives by investing in those others who need and deserve it. We as a college incorporate service into everything we do, in our academics, athletics, clubs and organizations, and volunteer efforts. Our focus is always outward. Where can we help? I often tell others that you didn't come to Anna Maria by chance. You chose an institution dedicated to serving the public good. Seize the energy and the spirit that brought you to us and what you serve today. Remember that as you face the future and use it to sustain you. I encourage each of you to create your own opportunities, to be infinitely creative, and embrace failure with all your heart because you will learn from it. You are ready. Say yes when challenged. Live in the moment and expect that you will be faced with more change again and again. Yes, you are ready. Ask questions, make decisions early and often, but be empathetic and take the time to walk in another person's shoes. Find what you love and love what you do. You really are ready. Keep these things in mind and you will not only change the world, you will find great meaning in doing it. You are AMCATs, and I am as proud of you and what you have accomplished as I hope you are today. My wish that as alumni, you will return to campus often and share your life story as it continues past this beautiful day. On behalf of all of those who make up the Anna Maria College community, I wish you much happiness and fulfillment. Thank you.
Thank you, President Rattel. I invite our student speaker to come to the stage. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our undergraduate student speaker, Megan Walsh, a social... Megan is a social work major who will be pursuing a master's in social work at Anna Maria while working for the Panay Family Health Services. Megan will deliver the student address to the graduates.
President Rattel, Chair Spillane, Sisters of St. Anne, His Excellency Bishop McManus, distinguished members of the Board of Trustees, Vice President Holmes and Klein, honored guests, staff, faculty, proud parents, family, and fellow graduates, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here to celebrate such an important day, and congratulations to the class of 2021. It's so nice to see so many of you back in person for the first time in over a year. Who would have thought that we'd go on spring break last year and some of us would never come back? Throughout the past year, I have seen my fellow graduates give new meaning to a term commonly used in social work, resiliency. Resiliency is about overcoming challenging situations and learning to cope with stress. On March 10th, 2020, Governor Baker called a state of emergency in Massachusetts due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This also happened to be the middle of our spring break and the day of my 21st birthday. 2 days later, we received an email from President Rattel letting us know that spring break was being extended and the resident students could arrange a time to pick up the necessities for the additional week of break. Well, COVID certainly had different plans for us. Not only were we expected to isolate, wear masks everywhere we went, and practice social distancing, but college as we knew it was no more. We experienced a lot of stress and a lot of loss. Internships, jobs, my cousin's wedding, twice, and many loved ones. Trips to the grocery store suddenly became scavenger hunts for everyday items like Lysol, toilet paper, and hand sanitizer. The most exciting part of our day became hearing the Amazon truck pulling up with all of the pointless things that we ordered out of boredom. On top of all of the uncertainty and anxiety going on in the world around us, we were thrown right into remote learning. We had to convert our homes into offices and learn to live with all the distractions. Our professors had to scramble to upload every assignment to engage, improve their technological abilities, and offer additional support to students struggling to adapt to the changes. Somehow, we all made it through the semester. This year, we have remained resilient and continued to adapt to the new reality. I never would have expected to be self-administering a COVID test twice a week, reporting my symptoms daily, seeing half my class only through a screen, or complimenting each other's masks. But at last, here we are today, celebrating our graduation. Resiliency has become even more important over the past year and a half as we have watched people willingly place themselves in harm's way to serve others. We learn from those in the larger communities, the doctors, first responders, social workers, grocery store workers, delivery drivers, and the parents that had to become homeschool teachers. People really came together to support one another, offering to do shopping for elderly or immunocompromised neighbors, delivering food to hospital workers as a thanks for their hard work and dedication, buying gifts at Christmas time for children whose parents couldn't afford it. My community even started a Facebook group where people would post their addresses and a few things that they liked, and strangers would create baskets and drop them off to bring a smile to their faces. Resiliency is not only coping with the obstacles that life throws at us, but using those experiences to help us advance us forward in our lives. The mission of Anna Maria College is to educate students to become individuals who will transform their world as ethical leaders and community-oriented professionals. Thanks to the lessons we have all learned, both inside and outside of the classroom throughout our college journey, we are now in the position to create change. We have seen a variety of needs and witnessed how the helping professions that we have chosen can improve the lives of those in our community. Throughout our time at Anna Maria College, we learned to lead with kindness and remain committed to bringing positive change to our communities. Whether you are planning to enter the workforce or continue on for your master's degree, I'm confident that each of you will continue the search for something greater and are well prepared to succeed. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Would President Rattel and Chairman Spillane move to the center of the stage for the presentation of the honorary degrees? It's now an honor to invite Sister Yvette Belrose, co-provincial leader of the Sisters of St. Anne, former chair of the board, and current trustee to the college, who will present our first honorary degree recipient.
Good afternoon. It is a joy, it is a privilege, it is an honor for me to present Sister Rita DeRoy for a Doctor of Business Administration. Sister Rita M. DeRoy joined the Sisters of St. Anne in Marlborough, Massachusetts, following her high school graduation in 1958. She professed vows in 1960. This year, she will celebrate 61 years of vowed life as a Sister of St. Anne. She began, as did most sisters, as a teacher in schools staffed by the Sisters of St. Anne in New England. She taught for 10 years at the elementary and secondary levels, mostly in her home state of Rhode Island. In all cases, these schools have been closed and left to memory, but we know that the impact she had at the high school level is more than a passing memory to her very successful math students. During this time, she also was the athletic director for the school. Committed to a community of service, Sister Rita was a member of the Providence Curriculum Committee and the chair of the Central Falls, Rhode Island Title I Advisory Board. She served on the Rhode Island Math League Steering Committee, and she was a member of the Notre Dame Parish Education Committee. In the late 1970s, as sisters ventured beyond a structured classroom, Sister Rita became an actuarial technician at the Wyatt Company as a systems manager and computer programmer. She became the Assistant Provincial Treasurer of the Sisters of St. Anne in Marlborough, Massachusetts in the early 1980s, and the Provincial Treasurer shortly thereafter. While her personal interests were and are varied, from then on, she became connected with finance offices and related services and did not have to write another curriculum vitae. For almost 40 years, Sister Rita spent many months of her work days as the manager of the Sisters of St. Anne summer residence, Camp Clare in Lancaster, Massachusetts. As you see, she never sat back to relax. She was engaged in every aspect of summer residence living. Her activity and her relentless goal of providing rest and relaxation for the sisters made for hundreds of us warm memories for us, Sisters of St. Anne. Sister Rita keeps a low profile, but service is a key word in her vocabulary and lived commitment. Such service is highlighted in local community ministry as a local house coordinator, as well as in a larger congregational involvement as a delegate to general chapters. She has contributed vastly to our future, or as member of congregational finance and investment boards to balance and direct solid and safe resources. She added an existing concern for the aging when she chaired the Marie Esther Health Center Board in Marlborough, Massachusetts, as it transitioned to Alliance Health. Sister Rita remains a visible leader as a member of our Province Council and in her presence to her local community. Her many, many years of service as a trustee at Anna Maria College is remarkable. She has contributed successfully to its stability with loyalty, knowledge, and creative thinking. As we age in place as vowed religious women, we continue to look to someone like Sister Rita to share who we are, to support some of our needs, and to continue our mission of education by helping people on our pathways to grow in truth, liberty, and life. I am deeply honored as I heartfully present to you Sister Rita M. DeRoy as an honorary doctorate degree recipient in business administration.
By the authority vested in me through the Board of Trustees as President of Anna Maria College, I duly empower the authority of the state of Massachusetts. I do hereby confer upon you, Sister Rita DeRoy, the degree of Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa.
It is my pleasure to invite Trustee Tim Murray, who will present our next honorary degree recipient who is unable to be here today. And I invite Chair Spillane and President Rattel to join at the middle of the stage.
Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to have the honor of presenting one of this year's honorary degree recipients, Mr. Jarrett J. Krasaska, who is a New York Times bestselling author and illustrator. While I have never met Jarrett in person, I am very aware of his work. After all, he has more than 40 published books to his credit, a number of which have been translated into languages from around the world. Jarrett creates books with humor, heart, and deep respect for his young readers. Titles include his wildly popular Lunch Lady graphic novels, select volumes of the Star Wars Jedi Academy series, and Hey Kiddo, Jarrett's acclaimed graphic memoir for young adults, which was a National Book Award finalist. As a boy raised by his grandparents in Worcester, Jarrett began drawing at a very young age and dreamt of someday writing and illustrating books for a living. Hey Kiddo is Jarrett's graphic memoir is about his childhood and teen years, a period of time in which art became a lifeline and a way to process his mother's battles and the absence of his birth father. He first spoke publicly about his mother's addiction to heroin and his childhood growing up with his grandparents in a widely shared TED Talk, How a Boy Became an Artist. As the 2021 Edith Mooney Levine Lecture Series featured author, Jarrett recently shared his story of how he created this deeply heartfelt memoir. A link to his lecture can be found on the Anna Maria website. Realizing that his books can inspire young readers beyond the page, Krasaska founded School Lunch Hero Day, a national campaign that celebrates school lunch staff. A consummate advocate for arts education, Krasaska also established the Joseph and Shirley Krasaska Memorial Youth Scholarships that fund art classes for underprivileged children in his hometown of Worcester, Massachusetts. On behalf of Anna Maria College, I am honored to present Jarrett J. Krasaska for the degree of Doctor of Communications, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me through the Board of Trustees as president of Anna Maria College and duly empowered by the authority of the state of Massachusetts, I do hereby confer upon you, Jarrett J. Krasaska, the degree of Doctor of Communications, honoris causa. Dr. Krasaska's address to the graduates will now be presented on the screens.
President Rattel, the Sisters of St. Anne, His Excellency Bishop McManus, Board of Trustees Chair Spillane, distinguished members of the board, honored guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and of course, the Anna Maria graduating class of 2021. I am so very honored by this honorary degree of communications, and I'm terribly sorry that I can't be there in person. We are so close to getting everyone in my family inoculated, but being that I am receiving an honorary degree in communications, I thought this could be an opportunity to deliver this speech in a very unique way. And yes, I do happen to have regalia and fighter pilot costume hats just hanging around the house. My name is Jarrett Krasaska. My job is to communicate stories to young readers via words and pictures. And in my 20 years of being published, I've learned a lot about effective communication via words and pictures. You see, words and pictures are teammates. They're teammates that work together to tell the story. They each have their unique skills and their unique abilities in order to tell a story. And you need to let each shine on their own. Let me share an example with you. I have a picture book. Amongst many, this one is called Punk Farm. And when you open the book, you have the end papers. And I'm introducing you to the characters via the illustrations. And here on the copyright page and the dedication page, via the art, I'm introducing you to the setting. We see a farm. We see a farmer heading over to the barn. And the first line of the story reads, Farmer Joe works hard all day long. And I don't need to tell you in the text that Farmer Joe is on a barn. He has a red barn. He lives in a white house, that he has a cow, a chicken, a sheep, a goat, and a pig, because all of that is told through the art. Another picture book of mine, Peanut Butter and Jellyfish. When I read this aloud at schools, I ask the students and the teachers to read the pictures as closely as you're reading the words. Because if you just skim over the pictures without analyzing them, you're going to miss a part of the story. Now, when I am finished reading the story, I asked everyone to tell me who the 4 characters are. And they could only reference the 3 characters that are mentioned in the text. But hidden in every single page is a clam. And that clam story is not told with the text, just with the illustrations. The kids always get that the clam was one of the characters, but the adults don't. As we grow older, we forget to read the full picture. We forget to read the pictures because we place so much emphasis on the text. Now, regardless of what department you're graduating from and what your future will hold, effective communication is key to success in all aspects of life. One of the biggest and most important parts of communication is listening. Listening to others, listening to people from different groups, listening to people who are being marginalized. Because before we can use our communication skills to stand up for those who are oppressed and marginalized, we need to educate ourselves on their situation and on their story. And we need to not center ourselves while we are sticking up for them, but it is up to us to use our voices. And as a white man who travels the country, I hear a lot of racist things and a lot of homophobic things as well. And what I've learned to be step one in calling people out is to ask them, what do you mean by that? And these can be very uncomfortable moments. But I will tell you, you will regret not speaking up. Now, I can tell you plenty of stories in which I retorted with, what do you mean by that? But I'd rather tell you about the time that I didn't. A time that I'm incredibly embarrassed to this day that I did not use my voice to speak up. It was 2008, and it was the presidential election between President Barack Obama and Senator John McCain. I was visiting a school, and they had all of these children were putting their votes on which candidate they wanted to vote for. This was an elementary school. And the teacher, who was giving me a tour of the school, pointed to the display where McCain had received most of the votes from the students and explained to me that originally they had the kids write their names to their votes, which of course that is not how our voting system works. And the teacher pointed out to me that they had to remove the students' names because of a parent complaint. The teacher said it wasn't even a black parent, just a regular parent. I was shocked into silence. That silence keeps me up at night still at times. In that moment, I had the power to ask, what do you mean by that? And now, this being 2021, we have so many ways in which to communicate with one another. And where would we be without this mode of communication? Dude, you're on mute. We can't hear you. You're on mute. It's 2021. Come on.
I was just saying sometimes you're going to be communicating over Zoom or another sort of similar telecommunication.
That's what I was trying to say. And of course, we have been spending a lot of time on Zoom. Also, we are, of course...
And sometimes you might be communicating via social media.
So we communicate through technology. We communicate through our words. We communicate through our body language. We communicate through our pictures.
And hey, sometimes we might even be communicating via puppets. You know, I mean, you never know.
I am so very sorry that you all have had to end your academic career with these weirdo, bizarro, awful, and terrible past 14 months or so due to COVID-19. But I can guarantee you something, that pandemic or not, life in your 20s, your life post-college is so much better than your life in college. And you are off to do some wonderful and amazing and important things. So please remember to use your voice for good, to use your voice for kindness, to use your voice to stick up for others. And do not forget to read the pictures as closely as you are reading the words. So I'm supposed to end the meeting? Okay. Okay. Congratulations, 2021.
Thank you, very much, Dr. Krasowska. And would the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Christine Holmes, please present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees?
Thank you, President Rattel. Would the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please rise? President Rattel, I present to you these candidates for the bachelor degrees. They have satisfactorily fulfilled all the requirements in the catalog, and the faculty recommends them for the appropriate degree.
Thank you, Dr. Holmes. And upon the recommendation of the faculty of Anna Maria College and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees as president of Anna Maria College and duly empowered by the authority of the state of Massachusetts, I do hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto, and in witness thereof, present you with this diploma.
Please be seated. Will the marshals please direct the recipients of the bachelor degree to come forward? Students who will be graduating with Latin honors have an honor cord bestowed upon them. Students who have a cumulative grade point average of between 3.5 and 3.69 will graduate cum laude, or with praise. Students who have achieved a cumulative GPA between 3.7 and 3.89 will graduate magna cum laude, with great praise. And finally, students who have achieved a GPA of 3.9 or better will graduate summa cum laude, with highest praise. Students wearing colored cords are members of the academic honor societies, and the color of the cords designates the specific honor society in which the students have been elected. Bachelor of Arts, Diana Azuheri. Maria Isabel Undiani. Jillian Beth. Carly Yvonne Boudreau, summa cum laude. Casparina Breen, summa cum laude. Scott David Brooks, summa cum laude. Heather E. Carpenter. Catherine Teresa Castro. Angelica Charbas, magna cum laude. Brittany Rose Cherry. Caleb Michael Joseph Simini, magna cum laude. Lindsay DeVio. LaRue, oh, I'm so sorry. Lemuel E. Dorneville. Thank you. And I have very good auditory memory here. Alexandra Fosher. Sabrina Gabriel, magna cum laude. Hasea Kumaris, summa cum laude. Mark Terrence LeBlanc. Kelly Helena Lynn Cassian. This is Bachelor of Arts. Kelly. Judith Mary Ledoux. Tatiana Lee Lugo Gardner, magna cum laude. Christine Fatima Martin. Shayna Marie McGrainer. William Michael Mahegan, cum laude. Griffin Stephen Moore. Savigne Biches Muzgishka. Did I say it right? I just want to say your names are so important, and I'm trying my very best. So, thank you. Jacob Patrick Murphy. Erlin Nelson, magna cum laude. Magdalena Yagona, cum laude. Jacqueline M. Pereira, summa cum laude. Kiana Santiago. Amanda Lynn Service, magna cum laude. Haley Ann Shaw, cum laude. Erin Patricia Sheenan. Suave S. Small. Teresa Marie Terlato. Rachel Rose Tracy. Traman Concoso Pena. Sharon A. Vincent, summa cum laude. Cole Walling, magna cum laude. Megan Rose Walsh, summa cum laude. Sakina Amudala Funde. Allison Marie Woodward, summa cum laude. Joshua Adam Wozniak, summa cum laude. Emily Rose Ziduma. Now we have our Bachelor of Music. Deandra Alexis Dobel, magna cum laude. Carmen Louise Gallagher, summa cum laude. Jessica Beverly Gelino, summa cum laude. Juliet Naoko Maglita, magna cum laude. Margaret Rose Moresco, magna cum laude. Katie Jean Parker, magna cum laude. Megan Rose Pope, magna cum laude. Delia A. Regan, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie Sable, cum laude. Bradley Michael Sampson, summa cum laude. We now have our Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, starting with Edwin M. Alfaro. Simon Berry. Cynthia Cheryl Dorothy Briere. Ricky Craver. Gage Garcia, cum laude. Michael Jason Lopez.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Taj Lovelock. Jake Daniel Manigano. John R. Marzek. Catherine Miller. Christian Molina Flores. William P. Moreno. Dario Taguino. There we go. Cum laude. Harley Ann Tucker.
They called me? Oh.
Thank you.
try that again.
It's okay, you're good. Yeah, we're good. Noah B. Vinci.
Right to the end, buddy.
We now have our Bachelor of Science in Digital Marketing, starting with Caitlin Ann Carpathon. Bachelor of Science in Marketing Communication, Jonea Darling.
Congratulations, Sinead.
Bachelor of Science in Sport Management, Hayden R. Braga, magna cum laude. Cameron Christina. Dylan Diorio.
Congratulations, Dylan.
Ardlee Docanso. Nicholas okay, here we go. Nicholas Gentasio. Sierra Hannah Green. Francesca Priscilla Hammond. Spirit here, right?
It's all your day, Franny.
Amli Jamali George Oliver James.
One at a time, man, one at a time.
Nicholas Joseph Lawrence. Robert Napolitano, cum laude. Okay, I got Jude. Jude. Avena Shotama Sampson. Carl St. Paul.
Congratulations, Carl.
Christopher Varsarello, cum laude. I see the graduates are already still standing, so I don't need to ask you to stand. Graduates, please move your tassels to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the baccalaureate degree recipients of the class of 2021.
Please be seated. The Sister Yvette Belrose Award is presented annually to the graduating student who has embodied the values and commitment to the Anna Maria College mission as exhibited by Sister Yvette Belrose. These values include a commitment to the Catholic faith, serving those most vulnerable, and providing access to a better life through education and encouraging all individuals to play an active role in shaping their own future. This year's recipient will be presented at tomorrow's ceremony. The Bishop Timothy J. Harrington Award, presented today, established in 1988, is bestowed upon a graduating senior judged by a committee of faculty, staff, and students and administration of the college to have demonstrated compassionate service in the promotion of peace and justice. This year, the selection committee was faced with a difficult task, having been provided with many nominations for well-deserving recipients. This year's recipient has shown a strong commitment to peace and justice on and off campus. In addition to involvement with many campus organizations and the Student Government Association, the recipient has volunteered through campus ministry on campus and on off-campus service at locations such as Mustard Seed and the Marie Ann Center. She is a participant in the Opportunity Program, has spent time each summer volunteering at Adams Camp, a camp for children with special needs. The 2021 recipient of the Bishop Harrington Award is Caitlin Sable. Caitlin, please come to the stage. And I ask President Rattel and Chair Spillane to present the award. To present the Dr. Bernadette Medora Award, would President Rattel please come to the podium?
Thank you, Vice President Klein. The Dr. Bernadette Medora Award for Academic Excellence is bestowed upon the graduating senior who, as a full-time student, earned the highest cumulative grade point average in a minimum of 90 semester hours at Anna Maria College. This award was established by the faculty and the staff of Anna Maria College to commemorate Dr. Bernadette Medora's 25 years of distinguished service as Dean of the College. This year's recipient is another in a long line of very deserving awardees. The recipient is graduating today with a cumulative average of 4.0, having received an A in every class she has taken. She graduated summa cum laude with a bachelor's in social work and will be continuing on to obtain her master's in social work. She was also selected to be the student speaker at today's commencement. If you don't know already, this year's winner of the Dr. Bernadette Medora Award for Academic Excellence is Megan Walsh. Could Megan please come forward?
I'd like to thank everyone for participating in today's ceremony and for making it a wonderful and most memorable event. The benediction will be given by His Excellency Robert J. McManus. Please stand and remain standing at your seats until the academic procession has exited the tent.
Let us remember in the holy presence of God. God, our gracious and loving Father, bless these graduates of Anna Maria College class of 2021. Help them to cherish their moment of achievement, to welcome the profound significance of this new beginning in their lives, and to walk the way ahead with courage, success, and joy. Merciful God, make them always aware of how much others are in need of the fruits of their excellent education. As they conclude their studies here at Anna Maria, and travel a new, exciting road that you have laid out before them. They offer the world their bright, creative minds, their sound spiritual convictions, their deep human compassion, their forward-looking enthusiasm, their sincere desire to be good and to do good. Give flight to their spirits and fire to their hearts, so that they will always seek to bring to those with whom they live and to those whom they serve a vision of the human family, formed by the values of the gospel of Jesus Christ and the teachings of the Catholic Church. A vision alive in faith, united in hope, and energized by love. With these best wishes and with the most affectionate farewell, we bless them and their families, our honorary degree recipients, the members of the Anna Maria College family, and all are gathered here in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I now declare the 72nd commencement exercises concluded.
Regardless of what department you're graduating from and what your future will hold, effective communication is key to success in all aspects of life. One of the biggest, most important parts of communication is listening. Listening to others, listening to people groups, listening to people who are being marginalized. Because before we can use our communication skills to stand